Hi, Eoghan McKernan here from Infant, the Irish Centre for Maternal and Child Health Research, and I'm going to give a quick overview of infrastructure management from my own perspective as Operations Manager at Infant. So firstly, I guess to give some quick background on Infant. It was established in 2013. It's Ireland's only maternal and child health research centre. Infant is hosted by University College Cork and co-located with clinical partners Cork University Hospital and Cork University Maternity Hospital. Our state-of-the-art co-located facilities serve the centre's research goals and support multidisciplinary and transdisciplinary collaboration between the university and hospitals. We have unique core competence in fetal and perinatal research. We have currently more than 50 international academic partners and more than 40 industry partners, many of whom are also international. Our mission is to deliver excellent translational research to improve lifelong health outcomes for mothers and children. Our vision is to be at the forefront of innovative and impactful research in maternal and child health. And this is all underpinned by our strategy, and we're currently in year one of a 5-year strategic plan running up to 2025. Infant conducts translational research projects within a continuum of pregnancy to early childhood in 3 core research themes: neuroscience and development, fetal maternal health, and nutrition and growth. Infant's research is underpinned by 6 research platforms. You can see these on the outer rim. These are the Omics platform, the Connected Health platform, the Early Life Lab, biomedical data analytics, patient cohorts, and clinical trials. So why is infant's work important? Well, Infant focuses on making pregnancy and birth safer because every year around the world, 1 in 5 pregnancies are lost or develop serious complications. There are more than 2.6 million stillbirths annually around the world, and more than 300,000 mothers die from pregnancy complications. We focus on improving health outcome from newborn babies because every year around the world, more than 2.5 million babies die in the first 4 weeks of life. There are more than 7,000 neonatal deaths every single day around the world, and between 4 million and 9 million infants experience birth asphyxia. We strive to advance the health and well-being of children because we know that perinatal and early infant periods play a key role in imprinting potential risks for conditions that can emerge in early childhood, such as neurodevelopmental delay, epilepsy, autism and other behavioral disorders, allergy, asthma, and atopic dermatitis. So a quick overview of our organizational chart. Infant is located within UCC's College of Medicine and Health. The governance committee of Infant ensures implementation of the centre's strategy and vision. Infant is led by Professor Geraldine Boylan, and she's supported by the executive management team who drive innovation and performance at the core of Infant. So Infant operation team supports the day-to-day running of the centre, and that includes staff, colleagues in finance, human resources, funding, staff training, contracts, administration, business development, communications and public engagement, and strategy development. Infant's clinical research team handles clinical project management of each study, quality and regulatory management, ethics, data and IT management, biobanking, lab management, patient and public involvement in studies, and liaising with and managing clinical research networks. The principal investigators team leads the research and innovation at Infant. They are responsible for research project management, for PhD and postdoc supervision, and for research staff development. And of course, Infant studies are also supported by our research team, which includes technicians, engineers, clinical research nurses, clinical research midwives, clinical research fellows, biostatisticians, neurophysiologists, physiotherapists, and psychologists. So just an overview of the staff profile. To get a sense of, the core, I guess, Infant staff comprise of the core support, as I just outlined, postdoctoral researchers, other researchers, including research fellows, and postgraduate students, while the investigators comprise of 15 principal investigators, Infant associate investigators, associate investigators at UCC who are not necessarily part of the Infant Centre, investigators within the South-Southwest Hospital Group, Cork and Kerry region in Ireland, and associate investigators who are not based at UCC but based at other institutions. All have an involvement in the research at Infant. The study support that Infant provides to its colleagues and studies includes study setup, liaising with university central offices, for example, arranging clinical trial agreements between UCC and the various recruitment sites in our studies, in our clinical studies, providing access to our clinical trials platform, supporting submissions for ethical and regulatory approval for studies, providing biobanking and laboratory support to studies, providing an early life lab for neurodevelopmental and other developmental assessments in early life, access to our data hub, which is very, very valuable resources of data, providing support and advice on fair data management, study administration support, and financial management at all stages of studies, from application preparation right through to study setup, running, and closeout. Just as one specific case study, my own role for more than 6 years at Infant was as funding and development manager. And that role involved identifying exchequer and non-exchequer funding opportunities for colleagues, maintaining a call calendar, so colleagues would be aware of upcoming calls, helping to prepare and submit proposals, particularly in putting in parts of the proposals such as impact and implementation sections, organizing letters of support, making sure that where necessary, collaborator agreement forms, infrastructure agreement forms were gathered and signed, supporting and preparation of the budget, supporting the patient-focused questionnaires and other internal university documentation that is required before an application is submitted, ensuring compliance with university policies, procedures and fund requirements, liaising with central offices in UCC and other institutions, supporting industry fund applications for philanthropic funding, not just applications from funding agencies. And we can see a number of just some of the important ones to Infant on the right-hand side. And these are agencies, exchequer, non-exchequer, that have funded us to date that we continue to apply to, including SFI, or Science Foundation Ireland, the Health Research Board, the Irish Research Council, Enterprise Ireland, and on the non-exchequer side, the Wellcome Trust in the UK, the Innovative Medicines Initiative at a European level, the National Institutes of Health in the United States, and of course, Horizon Europe. So very much the support involved liaising with funding agencies, both pre and post award, and supporting on the reporting to these funding agencies. And I guess finally, just a quick overview of my own pathway to become operations manager at the Infant Centre. You know, I'm not necessarily a linear route. I think I perhaps took quite the scenic route to getting where I am at the moment, but I graduated with a PhD from UCC in 2006, and that was clinically focused, related to HIV and nutrition, HIV and AIDS, and food nutrition security in Southern Africa. But I went from there to work for the United Nations Development Programme, where I supported the AIDS Commission in Zanzibar to monitor and evaluate its activities in terms of HIV and AIDS programs. After that, I came back to University College Cork, where I worked on an EU FP6 project for some time. I went from there to TROCRA, which is the international aid agency, official international aid agency of the Catholic Church in Ireland, and would have supported monitoring, evaluation, and results-based management of its programs in more than 30 countries around the world. After 6 years there, I came back to University College Cork, and this time to the Infant Centre, where I started off as funding and development manager. I've just described the role there. So I guess in these different types of organizations, in different places, I developed a skill set in research support, project management, monitoring, evaluation, results-based management, strategy development, proposal development, impact assessment, dealing with institutional funders. These are all common to each of these organizations. And just to illustrate that you can acquire the skill set to work in research support context in different environments and in different organizations. And in my case, that spanned both Ireland and Eastern and Southern Africa predominantly. So I'd like to thank you for listening, and thank you for your attention, and hope that you found this useful. Thank you.